Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live, brought to you by Bet365. Make sure that if you make your wagers, you make them over at our sponsor, Bet365. Bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets with that promo code Leading Off. It's me, Joey P, and of course, the Welsh, fresh off a home run from Mike Trout from the wheel. Welsh, the wheel was the gift that gave last night. I couldn't believe it. Yet at the same time, it felt like there was a little magic in that spin yesterday. And here we are. You are back up trending in the home run board. How does it feel to give up everything to fate?
I have done this before. I hate to say I've done this before with wheels. I've done it with, we did a thing called the coin one year with betting where we flipped coins for football picks. And it literally was really good for like 2 weeks. Listen, I said it on the show. We spun the wheel. Everybody had fun with it. But I said, you guys don't understand the power of the wheel. I promised you didn't understand it. I clipped it and tweeted it last night. And sure enough, I didn't even see the home run happen. I was doing something. I looked down at my phone and it was the wheel, Mike Trout. You guys got to experience the power of the wheel. So the wheel is back for another round today. Even though I questioned, what do we do? If the wheel works, do we move off and do I make the pick, or do we continue with the wheel? But Joey kind of thought we continue with the wheel.
I think we continue with the wheel. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think if the wheel gives you a home run, you take it and you pay respect and homage to the wheel. Let's pay respect and homage to our Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Lee G, a good friend of the show, can't be there live to go. This question, though, wants us to answer it. Sounded ridiculous a few weeks ago, but should I bench Bregman for Michael Busch at third base? Doesn't sound crazy to me. Michael Busch is red hot, hit another home run yesterday. I would do it, and I'm the biggest, and Welsh know this, Alex Bregman guy there is. I'm not worried at all, whatever. Gets a day off, not a big deal. But look, Welsh, as far as I'm concerned, if Busch is hitting, you play Busch. What do you think?
Yeah, you got to roll with it right now. I mean, he is hot as hot can be. As I said, he's going to come down, and that's where, you're really going to be tested. But at the end of the year, I think when we look categorically, you're going to be in a good spot. Bogman and I actually yesterday were talking a lot about this, and, I was really hitting home. We were talking about this on ITL. Like, I think he's going to be a top 100 guy, and I think that's going to manifest from what the total stats look like at the end of the year. He asked me a really great one, Joe. Who would you rather rest of season, Michael Busch or Nolan Jones? And that one's tough because Nolan Jones has the speed department in, but he has been pretty atrocious lately. Like from a now perspective,
he had a good weekend though. He went like he's starting to come out of it. He had a good weekend in Toronto. So,
but from a now perspective, you could go with Busch. Yeah, you could go with Busch now, but rest of the season, it's a bigger question.
Rest of the season, I'd still go Nolan Jones, but it's not crazy. Dakota Harrison, new subscriber, loves the channel. Of course you do, Dakota. I have received an offer. Listen to this for Tanner Houck, for Kirby or Max Fried. I mean, if you can get Kirby right now, Dakota, make that deal, right, Welsh? I mean, what are we even talking here?
Wait, they get one of those two for Houck
or Fried for Houck,
or they want your.
They received an offer for Tanner Houck that they roster. It says I roster Houck because again, it's almost too good to be true. You take it, you run like
you go get Kirby. You go get Kirby. I watched Kirby start last night. He got a little bit on the runs, but 6 strikeouts. He was still pumping 96 late into the game. That pinpoint command. God, I'm forgetting the batter who it was, but he threw this backdoor slider on the outside corner. And that, to me, I wanted to clip it if I could. Baseball makes it really super easy, by the way, to like get their clips and share it online. Good job, guys. But I wanted to clip that because that's like the exact thing I'm talking about with Kirby in that command. That's elite level stuff as he is getting in his own. So if you could trade Tanner Houck to get George Kirby, by God, you go do it.
Yeah, this is like the easiest move of the year. All right, let's get to some of the other headlines here. We did Mike Trout 2 for 5 with a homer. Mike Busch, our boy Mikey Busch, 5 straight games with a homer. I mean, that's incredible. And against Merle Kelly too, our boy Merle. Aaron Nola was terrific. The strikeout prop was high yesterday, and Nola hadn't really delivered on a high one yet. And I faded it yesterday. I didn't touch it. I didn't bet the under, but I didn't touch it. And of course, he goes out there, strikes out 9 and 7 third.
Of course, because I put him in my trade video, I'm out on him. I will say it was the Rockies. I just want to point out, like, this might, for me, well,
that's why opportunity. That's why the number was really high. And I thought after recent starts, okay, well, maybe it'll be like a 7 or something. It was an 8.5 or something. 8. I was like, you know what? And he went over it anyway, but still too close to call. Bounce back starts yesterday. We just talked about Kirby. You mentioned it. I know the ERA is still at 6.5. I don't care. Joe Musgrove, 3 runs in 6 innings. Much better start for him against the Brewers. By the way, the Brewers look like, they're dealing with a Yelich back injury now. Then who knows what that's going to lead to. That's bad news for them. And Zach Eflin has been a little up and down so far to start the year. A good start, no runs in 6 1/3 for him. It was against the Angels, but he didn't qualify for the decision. But good to see Kirby, Musgrove, and Eflin all look good. What did not look good yesterday, Welsh? We ended the show. We had our meetings.
There it is.
And all of a sudden, get a message. I think it was it from Kelly? I think it was the Wonky Penguin. Dropped it in our little Slack chat about the Marlins optioning Max Meyer to AAA. So Edward Cabrera coming up, and I thought, okay, maybe it's just like kind of a roster move situation or whatever it is. But still, this is literally the best pitcher on your roster right now. He's got a 2.12 ERA over 17 innings in 3 starts. He's already come back from Tommy John. This babying of pitchers didn't work with Perez. So like, I don't understand here what's going on. So explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old, Welsh, because this is very frustrating. And I have Meyer in a lot of places. And I was, looking forward to actually playing him in fantasy baseball. Why are we worrying about innings on the 16th of, or I should say even yesterday, on the 15th of April? Why are we worried about innings for a team that's not going to compete anyway, where you could shut this guy down in August for all we care? Welsh, make it make sense, because I am lost my mind.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting thing on the back end I hadn't thought about, is like, you're not going to be in it and you could just shut him down and there's really no repercussions. I hadn't thought about that.
I was like, Gordon Ramsay, shut him down.
Well, if you didn't hear,
shut him down.
If you didn't hear Skip there, he's got to learn to throw a 2-seamer. So that's why he's got to go. He's been super awesome, but he literally said like, yeah, we want him to go down to the minors and, get a 2-seamer to kind of help that stuff. We could probably do that at the majors. It's lame stuff. It's bad. I wish I had a great answer for you. I wish I could explain it to you. I'm going to probably talk like a 6-year-old trying to figure it out. But logically, this team doesn't know how to maintain pitchers and their arms. This is like a proven track record now. So my only assumption is the babying of babies. They pushed Yuri Perez a little bit last year, if you remember. They actually they sent him down and then they kind of pushed him towards the back end of the year. But maybe that's what's in the back of their head. Oh. Also knowing this, by the way, maybe in the grand scheme of, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but in the grand scheme of like maintaining the arm, it's better for them, instead of having him go 6 all the way through August and shut him down, is to pare him down and have him doing these 3-inning stints throughout the season and then shut him down towards the back half of the year for his maintenance. You never know. But all I know is they do everything wrong with pitcher health. So they're going extra crazy. But when they said that he needed to go down and do a 2-seamer, that was like, don't talk to us like we're complete morons. Don't treat us like, oh, you sent him down because he had to work on some stuff when he's absolutely been dominating. That was the most offensive, stupid claim. And it sucks because he had looked awesome. This guy coming off of Tommy John. Like I almost put him in the sell video because he's not going to get a whole big old set of innings, but now it's worthless because he got sent down to the minors. So actually opportunity.
The 15th of April, he's made 3 starts. Like, this isn't July. And I get it. Like, I understand. Yes, he's not long for the season. Yes, he's going to have limitations within games and overall in the workload, but it just, I can't wrap my mind around this at all. And look, he will be back up. I think we all know that to be true.
Sure.
But holy crap, this one's just annoying. Jerry Nelson, our good friend Jerry in the chat. Joey P, I'm eating a chicken parm sandwich and listening to you guys. I'm jealous. I wish I was eating a chicken parm sandwich. No, it's not.
I guess in the East Coast.
Well, it's 12:40. I'm starving. And Jerry,
9 in the morning for me, Joe. It's early. It's breakfast
never
time.
Too early for a chicken parm
Griddle
sandwich.
time.
All right. Speaking of early, little Esteri Ruiz news a little early in the show today. Pinch hit homer for him. He gets called up and they let him pinch it and he goes yard. So that's fun. Jordan Montgomery, after getting obliterated this past weekend, will make his season debut for the D-backs on Friday against the Giants. Well, she excited?
I am very, very excited. I don't care at all about those AAA numbers. I especially don't care about like PCL numbers. I don't care about what he did in the minors. I am very excited about that. This is a really great defense that's going to be there supporting him. Hopefully the offense keeps picking up. But Jordan Montgomery, definitely going to be a value from where he was drafted, falling because he hadn't signed. A little bit dicey in his very first start, because the innings and what he did in spring. This is one of those guys kind of similar to Blake Snell. Everyone was freaking out about Blake Snell. Oh, give up 7 runs. And oh my gosh. Blah. This is still ramp up period for him. This is like his spring training. I'm good. I'll buy opportunities on Blake Snell right now on dirt cheap because he doesn't look good early on. He's ramping up. But put that over to Jordan Montgomery as well. I don't expect him to go bonkers right out the gates or anything like that. But yeah, he's going to be a value with the Diamondbacks.
Kevin has a question. Should I pick up Esteury Ruiz and drop Whit Merrifield? I think so.
Absolutely. Esteury, they sent him down and they did the you need to learn to hit. And he did all of that. He got on base.
He came back and he hit a home run, so he's cured. I'm sure he'll be a 30 homer guy now. God, I am salty today about this Max Meyer thing. I am pissed. I'm happy about the wheel, happy about your home run, but I am salty about the Max Meyer thing. All right, let's get to the rookie Lookie. Welsh, Jack Leiter gets the call. He's going to start on Thursday. Here's then the thing. This is a very controversial prospect. He's a Nepo baby. He was a great college pitcher. That hasn't translated to the minor leagues until recently. So the question is, are we buying the switch being flipped here, that he has now gotten it? All of a sudden, the lights have gone on, and Jack Leiter is going to fulfill the prophecy.
I am buying. And it's funny you mentioned the Nepo baby. I was just on the Eyes Have It podcast on Baseball HQ with Chris Blessing, and we were telling this story about how, excuse me, how Chris, myself, and Eno were on the backfields here, and Blessing comes over and taps me on the shoulder, and he goes, yo, look. And we were watching these Royals prospects, and Jack Leiter is on this side field throwing, and his dad is there. Al Leiter is there. And he has taken a pretty obvious, personal touch into his development. And the Rangers, they wanted to go in a different direction, north, south, east, west pitching. And it's kind of been a pull for the last couple of years with Leiter. He had a great collegiate career and power fastball, good breaking ball, but it's been all over the board. The command hasn't been there. In fact, Jack Leiter, when COVID ended and they did this Royals Rangers, it was the first baseball game that was finally going to be played. Or no, maybe it wasn't even COVID. Maybe it was on the baseball agreement when there was, maybe be a shutout, whatever. And it was Leiter versus Bobby Witt. And you saw some command. I'm saying all this to say the stuff has always been there, but he hasn't been able to put the tools together. And that fastball has been inconsistent, which doesn't set anything else up. But they have been very, very direct with him. And we've seen the results. We've seen the results this year where you've seen the induced vertical break, the way his pitch is coming out looks bigger. The fastball has commanded better, sitting 96. His secondaries are working better. Mm-hmm. My deal with Jack Leiter, I have been stubborn about him because I think he has the workings of being a front-ish line type of starter, and it just hasn't come together. And sometimes it takes an entire minor league career into the majors for it to work, and it has worked over the last couple. If his command can hold, I think he has the type of stuff to be a pretty dang good starter in the majors. So I'm kind of a buy on Leiter, but I'm not the biggest buy on any rookie pitcher very, very early on. I don't know how this is going to go with Leiter, but I'm encouraged by all the work. And I think that's a positive sign more than it is a mirage. And I put him in my prospect article from 2 weeks ago as a guy that you should pay attention to because he's going to get an opportunity soon. What is the matchup on Thursday? I'm completely forgetting who the Rangers.
I'll look at the matchup. You talk about the Dodgers because they're bringing up somebody to pitch as well. So you talk about that. I'll look at the matchup here for Leiter.
Yeah, the hit actually. Andy Pajas. That's the other big call up, which is really exciting. Andy Pajas is a fascinating dude who was he was this big. I'm going to say it was kind of an overweight prospect from a long time ago with big power, completely retransformed his body, and he has looked awesome. In fact, I kind of told this online, you know that pitcher we don't like to talk about, Yerver Bauer, who had that little showing in the minor leagues. Andy Pajas, when he went up against the Dodgers, was the dude that absolutely dominated him. I mean, his ability to make contact and fight in at bats has been fantastic. And so far this minor league season, he's had 5 homers, 2 stolen bases, sub 20% strikeout rate, and hitting over 370. He still has the raw power once his body came back to being more fit. He still has the bat speed, if not more, that was always there. And I'm really encouraged that he's going to be up. He's a pay attention to type of guy because he's going to hit way low in the lineup, but I don't know if he'll come up soon. But I do love me some Andy Pajas, and I do love me some Jack Leiter. So these are both two that I've watched these guys for a long time, so I'm pretty excited about.
All right.
What was the Thursday matchup?
Oh, you're going to love this. It's your best friend, Kenta Maeda against the Tigers.
I love it. You know what? I'm down. I'm down if you want to take some risks and maybe blow up your ratios. I'm down to play around with the Jack Leiter.
But Kenta Maeda, I mean, that's the perfect Welsh guy. Mitchell Parker beat the Dodgers in his MLB debut yesterday. 5 innings, 2-run ball, struck out 4. Spencer Arrighetti was charged for 2 runs of 5 Ks, a better outing for him. Although, I mean, anything was an improvement on that first one. It was a loss today. More on the Atlanta Braves, though. They lost to the Braves yesterday, but again, more on the Braves today because Hunter Brown, hoy, Maron, 23 hits and 7 innings so far in 3 starts. Like this could be the end of Hunter Brown today. We're going to talk more about that when we get to the betting today because I want to take advantage of that one. I am just zeroed in on that one. Jackson Churio went 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer, and Louis Varland, not a good start for Louis. 11 hits, 2 homers, 4 earned, loss to the Orioles.
Like you talk about him like you know him. Like, Louis.
It wasn't the best start for cousin Louis. It's all right. Don't worry about it. You come over, you have some cannolis, you have a little espresso, you relax a little bit. Maybe next time we'll be
What's a cannoli? I think I've had, isn't it like just like frosting? No, I've had like a cannoli before. Well, I mean, like,
why am I even here? Why am I even doing the show?
Isn't it like
what?
Like a thing rolled with the frosting or something? What's the thing? Joey cannoli. But I'm just saying, explain a cannoli to me like I'm 6.
You don't know what a cannoli
is?
No,
I know what it is, but like I obviously clearly could not describe a cannoli.
It's a dessert, Italian dessert. It's the fried dough that's rolled, right? You roll
fried. Okay.
Well, you roll the dough over, you fry it, and it becomes like a little shell. And then you pipe in various sort of Italian cream. Usually you've got chocolate chips on the ends or at least inside. I think it's always better when people do it all the way through. You put the chocolate chips in the cream and then you pipe the whole thing as opposed to just the chocolate chips on the end because you want the chocolate chips everywhere. Sometimes they do some like of the zest of like orange or lemon. I'm not crazy about that necessarily. I like it old school style.
The lotion on the skin or else it gets the cannoli again.
I mean, come on, man.
I've had a cannoli once or twice in my life, but I
know you're in Arizona, and I know it's hard. I know Olive Garden is like the most Italian thing out by
100% breadsticks.
Oh my God, it's delicious.
Can I do this?
Yeah. All right, let's move on because I might just.
Sorry,
first time I've walked off the show this year.
I wanted to be sure I had the cannoli in my head and knowing exactly what it was. Well, let's do a cannoli review soon. Let's get some cannoli.
Sure.
I'll get the best cannoli from Arizona. You get one from New York.
I don't mind the deconstructed one too. Like there's places now in some like the high-end grocery stores, they'll do the cannoli cream with the chocolate chips, and then they make just cannoli chips so you can kind of just dip and eat them. So the ratio is a little better. It's almost like a dessert nacho kind of thing, which I'm also all for, but let's do 3 up and 3 down. Sonny Gray blanked the A's for 6 innings. We talked about that. Struck out 6. Great start for him. We talked about him yesterday. It was a good start. Hopefully you had him in your lineups. Jackson Merrill, 3 for 5. Continues to hit Welsh. Jackson Merrill, like you were on it. Credit to you. And I was a big Seth Lugo guy. I know the strikeouts are trailing behind. I know it hasn't been good in the strikeout department, but 7 shutout innings. Yeah, it was the White Sox, but who cares? Seth Lugo's been good.
Did you see
Whitlock, Cutter Crawford, all those late guys we talked about, they've all hit. And it's funny, these guys in the top 3 rounds are all busts.
I think it was Pitching Ninja that shared. I'm not sure I've ever seen. I know there probably has been, but he shared that Seth Lugo threw a curveball. I don't remember what he called it, but it had over 34 RPM, 3,400 RPM on this spin. Like 3,000 on spin is a big number. Like that's something we're like, whoa. 34. It was the most just crazy curveball. I like Seth Lugo. That's why I took him yesterday in the Royals for that first 5 to be up by a run. He is one of those sneaky dudes, and it's what makes the Royals sneaky right now, man. That rotation from Reagans to Waka to Lugo to Singer, it is pretty underrated, and you got to pay attention to them every single day. There's some good opportunities because guys like Lugo and Waka are just kind of still sitting out there.
St. Louis is not New York, go Cards. But yes, I do know that there's some spots there in St. Louis that have some good Italian food. There was also a big mafia contingent around there in the Kansas City area and all that stuff. Those are the ones that ran the casinos. Now, if you watch the movie Casino, you know this kind of stuff. But there is a Midwestern, sort of Italian patch there where you can get some good food.
So Arizona, the holy cannolis, it's the holy cannoli gangs.
Oh boy! All right, let's get to the downs. Ginkle blew his second save. Don't worry, Ginkle. I know Welsh has gone full Ginkle, but I don't know if he's still in full Ginkle or not because Seawald is throwing bullpen sessions, I believe, today. Frankie Montas, not a good start for him. 5 runs against the Mariners, no bueno there. And Tyler Glasnow, what the hell happened here? 6 runs up against the Nats? Like, I was tempted. It was also a high number, and I said, I'm going to stay away from this one too. It feels too good to be true against the Nats. There was a part of me that was like, man, that money line on the Nats was huge yesterday. I think it was like plus 400, something like that. And I was like, part of me wants to just bet it on principle, and I should have. I did not. But what the hell happened yesterday?
I'm a dummy. I thought, oh no, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you one thing I think that's happening. I think CJ Abrams might be like a star. Like last year, he clicked on the second half and stole a bunch of bases and the power was there. I even looked in the offseason. There's some stuff I just didn't love as far as like I thought he was maximizing this profile of hitting and he as far as power goes, and he would still steal a bunch. But listen, guy might just be an absolute superstar. He's walking more. He's hitting almost 300, 4 homers, 3 stolen bases. He's got an ISO over 300 right now. I mean, that's we all didn't trust that CJ Abrams was going to make this big move, but check this out as well. Hard hit numbers are up, 12% barrel rate. What I didn't like last year was like a 6% barrel rate with a big launch angle. He's hitting the ball in the air higher, 17-degree launch angle. He's barreling more, doubled at 12, and his hard hit numbers are up. And by the way, he has a almost 50-point higher expected batting average than his actual batting average right now. CJ Abrams might just be a star. That's one big piece of it, but I don't know what the hell happened with Glass now, and I lost money.
Yeah, it was certainly weird. By the way, because I've been thinking about cannolis now since that conversation. My aunt,
you're so hungry, I forgot.
She comes over from Staten Island for Christmas every year, and there's a place by her that does the chocolate dipped cannolis. So it's the whole thing, the fried dough. Then they dip it in chocolate, so it's like a hard chocolate shell.
Okay.
Oh my God! Then they pipe it. My God, those are delicious.
And I need to go to New York just for this.
She bought them. She forgot them at her house. She waited in line for an hour, got them, forgot to bring them to the house. She came over the next morning to bring me cannolis. That is good family. That's family, right?
I feel like if I were to come to Joe, by the way, if everyone doesn't know, Joe's been trying to get me to come to New York for years, and I totally would.
Came over last year for August for the draft. I made full Sunday dinner. I made all the meatballs and pasta. I made sauce. I did the garlic bread. I did the whole thing. I even made short ribs in the sauce. I did the whole thing. Now the problem is, she's not a big meat guy.
But you know what? Like I think, like
I would love Italian meats if you come to my house.
I'm not going to touch your Italian meat, my friend. Not at all. But I want to say, like, if it weren't for tax season, I don't have any money anymore. So I'm going to be spinning a sign on a street after this show. I would be flying out there. It would be amazing if I could go out there and then you could give me the tour of great, New York food 100%. And then, home cooked meal after. That's not your Italian meat.
Well, that's your loss. All right, the White Sox, here's some injuries. Eloy Jimenez off the IL. Seiya Suzuki on, of course, with a right oblique strain. Jake Berger went on the IL yesterday with what? A left oblique strain. So again, it's elbows and obliques, folks.
What's with this oblique?
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's a left oblique strain. Nationals placed Keibert Ruiz on the 10-day IL with influenza. How often does this happen?
What, isn't that just the flu?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's got like a pre-existing condition thing or if he is asthmatic or whatever it is, but that was a weird one that popped up. Also, MRI on Sal Perez dealing with a grade 1 groin strain. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Verlander is going to throw another session today. Hopefully have better results than the last one because, it's just a bullpen session. But as long as he's healthy, that's good. We mentioned Yelich before, not in the starting lineup yesterday. So again, the back issue rearing its head again for Yelich is a shame. That's why I just couldn't draft him anywhere, just no matter what. I know he got off to a good start, and last year was better, but Romano could be activated today for the Blue Jays. Paul Sewald, we mentioned before, throwing the bullpen session today and also throwing a bullpen, who is also out with an oblique, just like Sewald, is Yohan Duran. So good news there. So there you go. Lots of injuries getting you up to date. So Welsh, that brings us to Tuesday's Best Bets
of the Day
with Joey P and the Welsh. There you go, everybody. Welcome to Best Bets. That was so good. And don't forget, when you're making your wagers, make them over at bet365. Use the promo code leading off. Bet $5 to get 150 in bonus bets, but only when you use the promo code leading off at bet365, the sponsor of the show. Welsh, we had some good discipline yesterday. Today, no discipline. I am just looking for Hunter Brown. I'm squaring it. All the Braves props you can get today. I wanted my favorite one. I think is the easiest is Matt Olson to drive in a run. Guys are hitting here's a fun facts. Lefties are hitting 346 against Hunter Brown right now with a 970 OPS. Of course, Matt Olson rocking right-handed pitching, hitting 320 against righties. 0.5 RBI over at plus 135. It's a great number. Plus 135 just to get the RBI, just to drive in a run. I love this. Hunter Brown's given up 23 hits in 7 innings. This could be, like I said, the start that sends Hunter Brown packing to the minor leagues, which is unfortunate, but it's just where things are. Garrett Whitlock, another guy we mentioned earlier in the program today. Love this number. You're getting a small number, over 4.5 strikeouts at plus money, plus 108. Love this one too. Logan Gilbert, under 7.5 strikeouts. Logan Gilbert's good, but 7.5 is a big number. Minus 135. The juice is a little tough on this one. So if you compare it with something else, I would do it. But I like the under in the Ks there for him, the over in the Ks for Whitlock, and the over on the RBI, 0.5 total for, again, plus money for Matt Olson. If you want to put the Braves on the money line at minus 120, you do that. Against the Royals as well, money line 186. So you take the Royals against the White Sox, the Braves against the Astros, take those money lines, put those negatives together, and you get a positive at plus 188. So that's your parlay of the day. Welsh, what do you have for the people on this Tuesday slate of betting?
I didn't even realize that you had the Logan Gilbert one, because that's what I honed in on as well. Logan Gilbert under 7.5 strikeouts. It's a little dicey because it's the Reds. It's a big number. And Logan Gilbert has been kind of a strikeout machine early on. I believe 2 of his first 3 starts, he's had 8 strikeouts. The other one, he had 7. So it's been really good there. But I mean, from a career trajectory standpoint, he's not like a rattle off 7+ strikeouts, 4, 5, 6 games. The Reds have been striking out a little bit, but at the top of the lineup, I don't know, they held Kirby at bay a tiny bit, going 6 innings, 6 strikeouts. I just think this is too high of a number. So that's why I'm tailing you on this one. I'm going Gilbert on the under. I'm getting a little bit crazy today. I was off to such an insanely red hot start. I am going to get a little bit wacky to try to pick it back up, because I've been kind of stagnant. I had one bad day last week. Everything else has just been kind of even keel. These were a couple that I like. And I'm going with a no-run first inning parlay. I'm taking 2 teams. I'm parlaying their not to score a run in the first inning together. And I'm taking San Francisco and Miami, and I'm pairing that with Pittsburgh and the Mets. The Mets one, Jose Quintana has actually been pretty good. You got Jared Jones in there. I love that pair. I'm going to put that bad boy with the Miami side, which you've got Jordan Hicks, who I'm kind of on Jordan Hicks a little bit today, and Ryan Weathers. Both of those teams haven't been scoring a whole bunch in the first inning. So all of these, from like a statistical standpoint, just haven't been big scores in the first inning. So that's why put them together, get over 200 plus 207 on that parlay. And then I'm going with what I'm calling the 4K parlay. All of these guys are projected to have over. Most of their strikeout props are like 4.5, even like a 5.5. And I am putting them on an alt line to throw 4 strikeouts. Chris Paddock, Jordan Hicks, and you mentioned the Braves, Reynaldo Lopez. Get all of them 4K plus 161 for my 4K parlay of the day. That's it.
I like that. High definition betting. And make sure you're doing your wagering over at bet365. Use that promo code leading off. Get $5 on a bet. Get 150 in bonus bets when you do. And there you go, folks. There's your best bets of the day with Joey P and the Welsh for Tuesday in MLB. All right, everybody. It's time to get to the home run board. Now, Welsh, I don't know if you're on the board just because you got one yesterday. I don't see you on there. Still behind, but still, nonetheless, positives there for the Welsh. Also, everybody, reminder, tomorrow we are going to have some fun stuff. Cleaning up is going to be tomorrow. Everybody loves that. So we're going to be back doing that again. So here we go. Let's spin the wheel, shall we, Welsh? Here we go. We're going to click to spin the wheel of homers today. I've got some other fun announcements too after the wheel, but
okay, so we're doing mine. What, you want to do your home run call first or just go with mine?
No, the wheel's too good. Mine's easy. Mine's easy. It's Matt Olson, folks. Spoiler alert. Plus, you can get this at 4-1 money today, so take it everywhere you can. Matt Olson's my call. So spin the wheel.
We've got new names. We got Aaron Judge, Vladdy, Jordan Alvarez. We have Matt Olson, Bobby Witt Jr. I left on here. First comment, if it lands on that, the first person with the name will pick. And then we got a couple duds: Edward Olivares, Mark Canha, and Masataka Yoshida. One of these guys will be the home run pick of the day. So let's spin the wheel, my friends. Wheel.
Oh, it's so exciting. I love all that.
It is. And man. All right.
Oh, no. Oh, Mark Canha. And my eyes there you go.
That's who it is. Mark Hanna's going to be my home run of the day. So yay me. Thank you so much, Wheel. But as I've always said, trust in the wheel, and I guess trust in Mark Hanna.
There you go. And if you want to be in our home run contest, join our Discord, excuse me, FantasyPros.com. Got Discord, FantasyPros.com. No, FantasyPros.com/chat. That's where you go to for that. Great stuff there with the wheel. We love that. But remember, tomorrow, Wednesday, we do cleaning up after the show. So after we wrap up here, we'll go right to the Discord, right to stages with you guys for cleaning up. That's a show where you get to talk to us about your teams, ask us questions, pop in live, talk about, your favorite cannoli you ever had, any of that stuff. That's what you want to do. And Welsh, also, just as a reminder to people too, we got another fun contest. Blaine hit me up, our boss, this morning. He said, hey, I want to get more people into the group. And I said, hey, if you want to get more people in the betting group, it's a really easy way to do it. Give them some free stuff. So bettingpros.com, again, /leading off. If you join the group, download the Betting Pros app. That's all you got to do. Join. You can click that little the groups tab there. You join that, or you just go to bettingpros.com /leading off. It'll take you right in there. And you don't even have to make wagers. You just have to make picks. So from Friday to Friday, starting this coming Friday to next Friday, whoever's got the best ROI, I think we should probably do it, right? Best ROI. You want to do it that way?
Yeah, I think you have to have over 500 record with best. I mean, you can just say ROI if you want, but I always tend to like it. You got to have a 500 record or higher with best ROI, but that's your call.
So whoever has the best of that gets some Fantasy Pros swag. So hats, t-shirts, whatever it is, we're going to give it away to you. So again, it starts Friday. So you got a couple days here to join. Again, it's fantasypros.com/chat to join the Discord. But for the betting stuff, if you want to win some, you want to make some picks, win a hat, it's fun. Bettingpros.com/leading off. Go be a part of that. And don't forget, we're also giving away free stuff here on the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, because we are giving away this bad boy to one of you, a subscriber of Fantasy Pros MLB. Yeah. Comment on a video, this video, any video, say something nice, do something nice. You might win this Jose Ramirez autographed jersey. That's all you got to do to get it. We gave away the trophy. That's already done. So now we're giving away a Jose Ramirez autographed jersey. This one is a nice one too.
Joey, stuff there. We're going to have to spin the wheel again. Mark Hanna's not in the lineup. The chat has said they demand another spin.
Bonus wheel. Bonus wheel.
Oh
my God. All right.
I put a new name.
Here we go. First of all, you know who likes this? This guy. This guy.
Hey, put me back on.
He's very excited about this. So here we go. All right. So Jackson Holiday's very excited. Here we go. Connor's not starting today. All right. Let's go through.
We put Jock Peterson back on. We put Jock Peterson on it for Mark Hanna and the winner.
Oh, this was my second choice of the day. Bobby Witt Jr., ladies and gentlemen, the wheel has spoken.
Yep. So there you go. All That's it. Bobby Witt Jr., the wheel doesn't lie. It gave us an opportunity. Maybe it's a buy opportunity on Mark Hanna, but Bobby Witt Jr., that's going to be the call today for the wheel home run. If it does it again, oh my God, everybody, look out.
At the top of the board still, Bows and O's.
I'm joining.
Still at the top at 9. I'm at 8, still tied for second place. Did not get a homer yesterday, but I feel like Matt Olson's going to help me out today. Great show today. Got the youth movement. Got guys coming through here. Of course, we got guys we like getting sent down. That's frustrating, but that's okay. That's okay. We taught Welsh what a cannoli was, so it's not a complete lost cause. And shout out to Mr. Buster, who shouted out there that Connor wasn't starting today, right?
Yeah, I know.
So,
well, I got to go spin a sign, Joe. I don't have money anymore, and I'm broke because of taxes in the government. So I got to go spin a sign. I'm working on my skills, so I got to make some extra money here. So,
all right. Well, you work on your skills. We're going to go away for today, but we'll be back tomorrow for leading off and for cleaning up. Join the Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. Be on the show with us, hang out with us, talk to us. We love all of you, Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. That'll do it for us, but the story of the game goes on. For the Welsh, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Adios.
Peace.